Hello, and welcome. I want to welcome you to another episode of Up Close and Personal with Angela on behalf of Aspiring Authors Magazine. Taking this opportunity to introduce you guys to some of the amazing women that are a part of the L3 project, which is Love, Learn, and Lead. I am super honored to be the visionary of that project, to be able to share with you guys some amazing women that decided to share their affirmations. I think it robbery to be a part of this project. I have to thank Pamela J. Hayes, Shaneria Osborne for dedication and their sacrifice for 5 a.m. prayer, because it's not easy getting up at 5 a.m. and praying and petitioning God for not just yourself, but for other people. So I thank them. I can't thank them enough for their sacrifice. So without further ado, I'm going to move out the way. For those that don't know me, I am Angela Thomas Smith. I'm the founder of AAALAC, which is the African American Author Literacy Awareness Campaign, where I truly believe in bringing awareness to brown authors all over this world. I'm also the CEO of Aspiring Authors Magazine, where my desire is to bridge the gap between brown authors and to touch on topics that's affecting our brown community that other peoples don't want out. So today, I have Monica Reese. She's a poet. She's an entrepreneur, and she's going to be sharing a little brand. And then I'm going to give her the opportunity to share why she chose to join this project. So I'm going to bring her up and allow her to introduce herself. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. How are you?
All right. How are you?
I'm good. As Angela said, my name is Monica Reese. I am a poet and an entrepreneur. The reason why I came on to this project is because I saw something in this project that I've never seen in any other project that I've tried to associate myself with. It's positive. It's about building women. So I just went forward with it, and Miss Angela welcomed me with open arms.
I'm muted. I forgot. I muted myself. I always mute myself and forget I muted myself. So who is Monica?
Um, I am a young lady that has been through struggles, overcame struggles. I have 4 wonderful children from those struggles. And, I just strive to be a better me every day.
So how did Monica get into poetry?
Ooh, I started writing poetry when I was in high school. And it was just something to take my mind off a lot of life issues. It's how I disconnected from everything in the outside world. Poetry was my escape. So yeah, when I was in high school, I started writing poetry as, just a way to disconnect.
Wow. I often tell people that I began, I think I was given the opportunity to be a part of a collaboration in 2016. That was my first ever time writing a book. And I just had a chapter. The young lady reached out to me and she asked me to share something where I've come from fear to freedom, where I've moved from fear to freedom. So I was able to share for I think maybe really the first time I was able to honestly share my journey with losing my mom and trying to commit suicide. Um, I've often shared the fact that I lost my mom 12 days after my birthday, but I didn't didn't go on to share the fact that that same day that I lost my mom, that I tried to take my life. And I think for the first time in writing and it having to be 2,500 words, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. And then I just began to write, and that was the first time I was able to truly be free.
Yeah,
She said,
I
just
can
write.
understand that.
She said, don't worry about punctuation. Don't worry about anything. She said, just write. She said, the editor will do everything. But of course, I just began to write, and you know how you begin to write and everything just start to flow. So if you, I did pretty good in English. I was a good student. So evidently when I submitted it, she said that it didn't need much done to it. So I didn't get it back. It went on and it was published. I was a part of that collaboration, and I tell you, that lit a fire under me. It pushed me, and I haven't looked back. Um, that same year, before the book even came out, I created AALAC. God dropped it in my spirit, and after dealing with those kids during the summertime, I had no choice. It was just something that I had to do, because the struggles that we face with working with kids and trying to find books that our kids can relate to,
Mm-hmm.
and dealing with kids of all ages, not just the little kids, because we had kids from 3-year old all the way up into high school. We had the young lady at the time, she was a rising senior. So we had everybody, all the age groups. So we need books that could relate to all of them, you know. So we had to reach out. I came to Facebook, and I started reaching out to different brown authors. I did not realize that there were so many brown authors. It was just like, and I was like, wow. And God just began to deal with me with AALAC. And as he began to deal with me with AALAC, that's how all of this began to become what it is. And he began to do a work in me, because people have always told me that I had a calling, and that I was supposed to minister. Um, and me saying, I'm not standing in nobody pulpit. I don't want to stand behind no podium. I don't want to do that. And he would give me this amazing platform that allowed me to connect with some amazing people, that allowed me to do exactly what I've been running from all these years. But I want you to share.
I'm back. Having some technical difficulty, but I'm back.
Yeah, and that happens, you know, and we keep it raw and real. Shout out to author Samantha Jackson. That's her brand, raw and real. She keeps it raw and real on her platform, and that's what we have to do. We want people to see that things happen, but because things happen, don't mean that we got to stop. Just because you having technical difficulties, don't mean we got to stop the show. The show must
No,
go
ma'am.
on, and what we do,
Yes, ma'am. We just keep going.
we continue to press. That's what we
Yes,
do. We
ma'am.
press.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
tell you, Monday, that word was dropped in my spirit again. I told y'all I did a little book, and it has all kind of little words, and that's one of those words. I shared it on Monday in the authors group that I'm a part of. But enough about me and all of my stuff. We want to hear about you. We want to hear about some of the projects you're working on, some of the things that you have worked on. I mean, I want people to get excited about what you're doing. Tell them about your entrepreneurship endeavors. Come on, this is about
Okay,
you.
so I started actually a friend of mine, and I started years ago repairing computers, and because I've always been interested in computers and fixing stuff that's broken. So we started a business, and then of course, with all businesses, they have their ups and downs. I moved on to not only fixing computers, but I started working on cell phones as well, fixing screens on cell phones. So, we still connect from time to time to collaborate on whatever I don't understand about a computer. I'll contact him and he'll help me with it, or whatever he don't understand about what I'm good at. As far as that, he'll call me and we'll connect. My company is O.N.E LLC. I also work with a nonprofit organization that I've been with for like almost 9 years now, almost 9 or 10 years. The Goody Crew. We do a lot of different stuff, such as we got the back to school giveaway that's coming up on the 25th. But in the past, we've done Mother's Day dinners, brunches. We do a lot of different places and, things for different areas in the community. I associated with a young lady by the name of Doris Howard. She's the founder of the Goody Crew. And we do a lot of stuff for the first time moms. We do baby showers, just about anything. We feed the homeless. We feed the hungry, as we call it. We feed the hungry, not homeless. Because you don't have to be homeless to be hungry. You just have to want to eat. And my passion for helping people is growing now and moving into different directions, because I never thought that by me writing my poetry and telling my side of how I feel and my story would actually help anybody. But I've been putting out bits and pieces here and there, and people have been giving me feedback, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know that what I had going on would impact people as much as it does.
Wow. 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 Like, people don't understand that the things that we do, who watching and who may be in need. You never know what the next person may be in need of. But sometimes we won't even open our mouth to just to even show gratitude, to thank somebody. You know, when I was sitting here like this weekend, I was so glad to see you guys this weekend. For those that are watching, those that are tuned in, I'm pushing this young lady because I personally know her. So this interview just got personal. It is beyond just the interview, y'all. Um, I tried to keep it professional, but this is just transparency, and this is just realness and truth. So I personally know this young lady. She's really good friends with my big brother, Frederick Beatty, and I see he's on. He said, "Hey, ladies." Um, he may not be on right now, but he was on. He said, "Hey, ladies, I don't want to come up, but see, the enemy is a lie, and I rebuke him, and I send him back to the pits of hell where he come from." See, when you fail, you didn't want to be there. You fail. So now you ain't got no power. So leave me alone. Yeah, I had to remind him he ain't got no power. See, come through here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We got some people on here. So we got hey pastor, singer, author, Pamela. How are you? Hey Frederick. He said he back. Sheena Gordon. Hello, 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 my queen, my sister. That's my little sister too. Sharon on jumped on. We got a couple people on. If y'all have questions, I want y'all to post y'all questions. Today we being real, we being transparent. We ain't got no strip, we ain't got no questions, we ain't got no nothing. See, y'all think I be doing that with y'all, but I do it with everybody. I don't have no strip with nobody. So when you come on my show, be prepared to be real. So whatever happens, happen. So just happen, y'all. So um we've been having technical difficulties, and then like this young lady just don't want to tell her story. She don't want to tell all that she's doing. She won't want to tell all the amazing things. She's shy. I don't know why she's so shy. Because we all family. We all family. Everybody know if you on this platform here, you family. You amongst nothing but family, nothing but people that root for you, people that support you. Because if they don't, you know where they gonna find themselves. Not on my platform. Because you know what
She
I
said,
do.
"I don't."
I don't mind deleting them. They won't be on my platform. I don't mind deleting them because this what we do over here is support. We collaborate. We network. See, and I'm just gonna be real now. See, I ain't got time for this fakeness. I don't got time for people to come to your platform and want to use you and want to see what they can do, who they can step on to get to the next level. Because that's what they doing. If you come with the wrong intentions, coming to use people, you're coming to step on people to get you to the next level. And we're not doing that. So we don't do that over here. So I just had to go through and clean up my list, and it say my spirit say 333. It just it say 3033. 3,333. That's how many people I'm supposed to end with. So I still got some people to delete because I'm at 4,100. Yeah, 4,100
Woo.
and something people. I got some people to delete. So people thinking they don't made it. They thinking that they don't cleared it. They ain't clear yet. When I get to 3,333 and you still in the mix, then you know you clear.
Yeah,
But if you don't make it, then you
you
know
just don't make it.
I don't peeped you out. Just know I don't peeped you out. And if you still, even if you make it, don't think the antennas are down. Not in this season because we're not using people in this season. I'm tired of people using people. I'm tired of people taking advantage of people. I've sit back and I watch people for too long in this time out. If you can't genuinely support somebody, don't support them at all.
Yes,
Don't be
ma'am.
part of
Yes,
their
ma'am.
projects.
Right.
Don't
Exactly.
because if you're doing it for name and clout, I ain't nobody. The people I'm connected to ain't nobody. We ain't nobody. We the only power we have is that workers on the inside of us, and it's the one that created us. So if you not working in him and working through him, then you out of order anyway, and we don't need you over here anyway.
Right.
You know where you're gonna be at. You're gonna be on the outside looking in because you know what? We moving and we all moving and we moving so that other people can move too. That's how we doing it.
Right.
Okay,
Because
let me see.
that's exactly.
Okay, let me see what this say. Hello, my people. Please kindly help me with any amount. I lost my job due to the virus outbreak. Now I have nothing to eat, and I went to buy food stuff. Getting another job seemed to be very hard task. I'm doing this out of frustration. Please help me. God bless. Okay. I
Okay,
think a lot of us are going through that right now. I
Miss
think a lot
Angela.
of us are going through that right now. Yes, baby, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, to the person that you just that person that you just read about, there is a
Mm-hmm.
company called Cleanwell that is in desperate need of people that are willing to work and clean office buildings and
I don't even
restaurants.
think. I don't even know where they are. I don't think they are. I don't even think they in the country because that look like something from out of the country because that look like a WhatsApp code.
Oh, okay.
So I don't even think
Okay.
they're in the country. But I'm about to I want to address that really quick. Let me share a testimony with you, baby. I understand that you have lost your job. I did too. I lost mine April 5th of 2020. I was the last one to get hired onto my job, so they told me that they were downsizing, so I was the first one to go. Immediately after that, they called me back and asked me to come back to work, and I told them that no, I wasn't doing it. And the reason why they called me back because they said that somebody else's life was more jeopardized, that they was at a higher risk than me. But you don't even know my health conditions. I look healthy. I look like ain't nothing wrong with me. Just like people see me walking around here, they don't know I've been shot with a shotgun. Just like the guy that gave me the massage yesterday. He didn't know I had been shot with a shotgun. I had to tell him. He was like, "Wow!" And then after he gave me the massage, I showed it to him. I showed him why I had got shot. At. He didn't even notice it when he was giving me the massage. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, because some people don't
we
look for the
all
flaws
we
in you. They can't see
we
the
all go
flaws.
through stuff. But we
Yes,
all
ma'am.
go
We all
through
do.
stuff. We all going through stuff. We all suffering through stuff. Baby, all I can say is just tap into the one that's created you. You tap into the one that created you, he will provide for you. I'm telling you, Psalms 121 is real. Ain't nothing nobody
Yeah.
told me because I'm telling you, through this pandemic, I ain't like everybody else been getting stimulus money. They've been getting refunds. I still ain't got my income tax money. My refund that I'm due. I still have not got it. And everybody else getting stimulus money, getting this money, getting that money, getting PPPs and getting all of that. But he will provide. So, baby, I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
and
he will
he
provide.
has been provided.
And if you go, petition him and make your request known unto him. You got to send out the vibes. You can't just sit there and pray with no action. You got to have faith and you got to do some work. Like I can't just sit here and just think that things about to fall and drop out of the sky. That's why when people always got their hands out, stop having your hands out. Cheryl Northern LaGrange, she's on here. This lady, y'all, she participates in everybody's platform. This is a lady of faith because she has a brand and she believes in her brand and she sows into herself. And while she's sowing into herself, she's sowing into other people's platform. People don't get it. She's killing two birds with one stone and getting blessed while she's doing it because while she's sowing into other people, God is blessing that seed. She may not see it immediately. She may not see it in the weeks to come. It may be months, it may be years, but guaranteed it's coming back.
Definitely.
It's coming back. All the stuff that we do, every seed that we've sown. So be careful what kind of seeds that you are sowing. Be careful. Y'all would be amazed at a lot of the stuff that a lot of us have done that we don't even talk about, that we do behind closed
Right.
doors, that we do behind the scenes, that we do for other people,
Yeah.
not
You're
looking
right.
for recognition, not
Right.
looking to be glorified because it's
Right.
not about me. I learned some years ago. I ain't gonna say a long time ago because I say a long time ago, I make me feel like it was a long time ago, but it wasn't a long time ago. It was just maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. I learned that this journey wasn't about me. There were people that were attached to me, people lives that I was gonna impact. I didn't understand why people kept telling me that you was gonna do this, you was gonna do this, and you was gonna do this, and you was supposed to do this. Didn't understand it. But now I do. And I see the manifestation of a lot of the words that were spoken over my life. When people speak over your life, you got to know that those words are going to be honored. If they profess to be men and women of God, if you believe the word and understand the word, it cannot return to him void.
Right.
He's going to watch over into his
Absolutely.
perform.
Yes.
Even if you got to go through some things in order for him to break and mend and mold you to perfect you. But see, we get so excited on that word perfection because we'll never be perfect. We'll never be perfect. We'll never be perfect. But he'll do a perfection in you. Got to understand. Yeah, I'm telling you, this project has really woken something up in me. I thank all of you guys that have been engaged, you guys that have been sharing it, you guys that have been posting, you guys that have really been enthused about this project, because I truly believe that it's going to impact lives. I know everybody have submitted their affirmations, but I reached out to some more people and asked them to submit some more affirmations because we did not have 365. So I have to put that out there. We did not have the 365. So I needed more affirmations, and I still need more affirmations. So I'm just trusting and believing that he's going to send the people and touch the hearts of the people that he wants to add more. But yeah, as I prepare this book, I'm just like, I'm getting a mess because like some of these people, I have had the opportunity to interview them, had the opportunity to meet some of these people, have had opportunity to have conversation with people outside of Facebook, and really getting to know people and truly understanding why they speak these affirmations over their lives, and to see how these affirmations really work in their lives, and for them to be willing to share them. Y'all, we got a 96-year-old young lady that's excited about being a part of this project, y'all. That has some wisdom to share with us.
I can't wait to hear that one.
Just grateful, y'all. I'm just grateful and humble to be amongst so many great people that did not think it robbery to be a part of the project because they had something that they wanted to share. We're not forcing anybody to share anything. Didn't require no arm in the leg for you to be a part of the project.
Right.
But I'm giving people opportunity to benefit from the project as well. And then I had some backlash, but it's okay. It's okay. Because let me tell you, at the end of the day, Angela don't profit a dime. And if anybody know anything about me, and for all those that follow my platform, know that anything that I do, I always end up spending more than I collect out of my own pockets. So people say, why don't you do this and why don't you do that? Then you do it for yourself. How about that? Everything they tell me to do, I tell them to do it for themselves. Because if you want me to do that, then if you want me to do it, then why you not doing it? Huh? Hmm? You want me to charge $150 for this and $150 for that, then why you're not doing that? Why don't you go do that for yourself?
Right.
He didn't tell me to do that. I try to be obedient. I try to be led by the Spirit. That's why I try to connect myself with people that move in the Spirit and operate in the Spirit. So I try to move by this, and I try to lead by action, because we can say a lot. I can come on here and I can say a lot, but if I can't come from behind these video cameras, these lives, these walls, and get out in these streets, and get out in these parks, and get out in these open air places, into these communities, and let people know that we got to come back together. Community.
Foot action. That's
if you listen to the word, if you listen to the words community, that means come us together. In unity. Come in unity. Come in unity.
Right.
Yeah. Come us together. Oh, they know. So I'm just me. I want people to be comfortable with who they are because for so long we have allowed people to put us in a box and allowed people
Yes.
to tell us who we are and what we are, what we're supposed to be doing, how we're supposed to be doing. They know controlled us. They don't try to kill us off. They don't try to do all this, and they still doing it. And then they still trying to they trying to put us against each other. If you look at us, all the stuff that we've been through, y'all, and I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of people that's watching, they probably gonna drop off. But all that we've been over these 400 and something years, all the people that's come from before us that had to endure slavery, and then think about it. Even I'm thinking about it. Even as late as the 1960s, y'all, people were still going through stuff and suffering through stuff. That was just 10 years before I was born. The same. They were still going through
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But then they think we're supposed to just turn our cheeks, turn the left cheek, turn the right cheek, and everything's supposed to be okay. No, it's not. But am I saved? Yes, I'm saved. I love God. I love the one that created me. I'm not finna let you continue to run over me. I'm not finna let you continue to come in my neighborhood and take. Atlanta has upset me so bad. I'm upset because Atlanta is nothing like it was when I used to live here. I told my godmama last night. I said I can't believe. I'm telling you, when I left y'all and I rode around area because traffic was bad on Sunday and it was raining and there was a couple of wrecks. So from Atlantic Station to 166, it was like almost an hour drive. So I got off and went down some back streets. Good thing I know the back road. Thank you, Holy Ghost, for bringing it back to my remembrance. But let me tell you
Yeah.
something. All this stuff, it's crazy because these people they used to live downtown. They used to live in all these high rises. They used to live in the area. Then we started wanting to move out of the projects because y'all told us get off welfare, get your good jobs, get your good house, go to school, get you some degrees. That's what they told us now. So that's what we was doing. So now we know evolved. Y'all, we running stuff. We got our own businesses. We become lawyers. We become doctors. We running banks. We in our own banks. We owning stuff.
Right.
They getting scared because they know they don't try it. They don't try to brainwash us and keep us in captivity. Because you tell me, y'all already don't told us, y'all know wrote into law. I don't know, lost somebody. They don't wrote into law. June 10th, they don't publicly announce that June 10th is a holiday. So they saying that they did this and then they kept us unaware in bondage for another 50 years after y'all don't say we was free. But then what did y'all
Because
do? Because
they could get
I
away
could have
with it.
sworn people keep saying we were supposed to got 40 acres in the mule. So why happened to our 40 acres in the mule? But forget the 40 acres in the mule. Because let me tell you something. You come in my neighborhood with some foolishness. Watch what happened. We ain't taking it no more. We sick of it. We don't have to sit back
Okay.
and and be a part of the foolishness no more.
I'm fighting. Look,
They
Miss
coming
Angela.
in and I didn't hear you.
I said I understand because I'm here where I am now, living with my mom. We She's been in this house for almost 40 some years. These new neighbors moved in, and all kind of strange stuff has been happening. A couple of weeks ago, A gas main broke. A couple of weeks after that, just last week, on the Tuesday of last week, a water main broke, flooded my mom's whole entire yard. Now,
So true.
none of this stuff
And then
started to happen
people
until
walking around.
certain neighbors were sitting around having conversations and talking about, well, now my mom's house is the oldest looking house in the neighborhood because they built new houses around hers.
That's what they doing. That's what they do. Let me tell you what they did over in the neighborhood that I used to live in over on Gresham. My nephew's dad's house. All of the houses on that neighborhood, if you ride down Brandon Road in between Boulder Crest and Gresham, that street, all old houses, they're all elderly Black people.
Right.
So then you got about 5 or 6 houses that's been, tried to clean and remodel. They tried to keep them the same structure, but they tried to modernize them. So there came an opportunity where a couple of houses may have burnt down or fallen apart or whatever. And now you got $400,000 and $500,000 houses up on 2 corners. Why would you do that in the middle of a neighborhood? Houses ain't even $200,000.
Right.
Why would you do that?
Right.
Why would you do that? And they're doing it all over the place. But not only that, you think about, you go to the end of that street. I'm sure you're familiar with Decatur. You from Decatur? That's Decatur area.
Yes.
You go to the end of that street. You to the end of that street to Boulder Crest. That used to be Sun Valley or one of them apartment complexes that had a whole bunch of low income housing opportunities for us Black people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now they go in and now you get a 1-bedroom out there. You're gonna $900 to $1,000, and that's the smallest one. They not families can't live in there. That families can't live there because it's not family oriented. It's just regentrification been in effect. A lot of people saying it's happening where they are now. It's been happening in Atlanta. You got to go back and think about. It's been happening in Atlanta. It was happening in Atlanta when I was there. It's happening in Atlanta in the early 90s, and people didn't even realize it. People didn't even realize what was going on. People didn't even think about what was going over there in Perry Homes. Lake Meadows was one of the first ones that they done. That golf course started going off the chain, and then they realized, oh, they can't have this golf course in the middle of a Black neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Can't be in the middle of a Black neighborhood. So then they start pushing out all of the Black people. That was the very first one they did. And then when the Olympics came, where everywhere they wanted to have something to do with the Olympics, they realized that, this neighborhood has to be nice. So, we can't have this. So then what they do, they start giving the Black people an opportunity to move into different neighborhoods. So they start giving them money. They start pushing them out. That's how you got a lot of these people from the projects. You got Bowen Home. You got Capitol Homes. You got Perry Homes. That's how you get a lot of them moved out into the suburbs. They moved out. Most of them moved to Clayton County. They moved right there out there, Riverdale Road. They moved right there on Garden Walk Boulevard. They moved right there to Church Street. They moved to those areas. And then the bus, MARTA, they started going out there, and then they opened up the C-Tran, which was the Clayton County Transit, which provided the opportunity for further expansion and for Black people to move farther out. And that just gave, they started providing opportunities for Black people to get these good jobs then, because now the MARTA got there. So then now they can get low housing because they own these programs, and they not kicking them off the program. They want them to get jobs. Because now the jobs, and then now they're going to get them stuck out there in the middle of nowhere. They got the jobs. They're getting them off. Now what they come? Section 8 start getting cut. Food stamps are getting cut. Welfare to work program come. Got to go back to work. If you're going to get welfare, you got to be doing this. You can't make a certain amount. You can't do this. You got to go to school. You got to do this. And they put all these stipulations to it.
Yep.
They forever wanting to keep brown people under bondage. the newest trend, and people better be aware of this. You can delete me. You can say I'm wishing bad luck or whatever, because I don't believe in luck. That's destiny is destiny. If you do wrong, we got free will, choices that we
Yes,
make.
ma'am.
You can choose to
Yes,
do
ma'am.
what you want to do. So you can choose to do wrong. You got consequences behind your wrong. You can choose to do right. You got consequences behind your right. So everything that we do, consequences behind what we do. So now all these people went out and got PPPs. Thoughts on that? Because we got a lot of people that got PPPs, but didn't have no employees. They may have had businesses. So don't get me wrong. Don't say that some of these people didn't have businesses, because some of them did have businesses. But for those that did not have businesses, and for those that did not have employees, and you got PPPs, first, if you cannot pay the loan back, know that you're gonna do jail time, or you're gonna be placed on probation. Know that. Okay, but it's no longer gonna be it's not a grant. First of all, everybody's saying that it's a grant, and that they thinking they ain't got to pay this money. They thinking they ain't got to pay this money back, but you do. It is a loan, and if you meet the qualifications, the guidelines, then it continues to be a loan. But if you cannot, it continues on to become a grant, and they will forgive the loan. But if you can't, I think my guest dropped off. We were having some technicals. Hopefully she'll be able to come back on. But if not, we're gonna move on to my next guest that'll be on talk. She's gonna be on. We're gonna, of course, gonna be on another link. But like always, you guys, I love having these conversations and giving the opportunity to share. Monica did not get an opportunity to share how you guys can follow her, how you can support her platform. She is on Facebook. I shared her face inside of the thread. So if y'all scroll down the comments, you can see how to connect with her on Facebook. Oh, she is back. I'm gonna bring her back on really quick so she can share how you guys can reach out to her and connect with her, because I want you guys to be able to follow her, because she does work with computers. She does work with cell phones. So if you need different things like that, she may be able to assist you, even if it's just a technical support question that you may have. She may be able to assist you with things like that. Monica, I can't see you, but can you hear us? If you would, please share with how they can reach out to you, how they can get in contact with you. I've shared your Facebook link, but share how people can connect with you in case they may have any computer needs or any IT needs or any cell phone needs. Can't hear you. Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties. Like we always, y'all know things happen. But again, I did share her link um in the comment section.
Um,
You can connect with her on Facebook via her link. You can go over to her page. You can message her and find out what's the best way to connect with her. Again, I don't know. We're having some kind of technical difficulties. But again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by and spending your last 45 minutes with us, giving us the opportunity to share. Hopefully, you have been educated, empowered, and encouraged on today to continue to walk in purpose. Know that you did not get dropped out of the sky. Know that there's a reason why you're here, and know that there's someone attached to your reason for being here. I want you to know that Luke 1 and 37 is real. Once you find your purpose, you have to understand that everything in its power is going to come against you to try to distract you from your purpose. That's his job. But in knowing your purpose, you have to know that it's not going to be easy. But if you walk in faith, it won't be easy, but it'll be possible because the word tells me that. I want you guys to know that I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. If you are free, next 13 minutes, we're going to be jumping on live. I have another amazing guest that's going to be stopping by that's a part of the project. She's going to be sharing a little bit about herself. She chose to be a part of this project. If you're not connected to the project, I want to urge you to go over to the L3 movement page, like and follow our page, and share it with somebody. Be a female to be connected to this project. This movement is for everyone. If you want to be a part of the change that you desire, join us and be a part of that change. We're coming to a city and state near you. Stay tuned. I love you guys, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Frederick, Pamela, Cheryl, thank you guys for always jumping on and supporting. I can't see anybody else. If you are on, I can't see you. Can see them posting. For whatever reason, another. I want to thank you guys for jumping on. I love you guys. If you can, stay tuned. We'll be right back.